From Chapter 2 of Carter the Cabman. As we cross the wild common, our way is lit only by the stars and the distant radiance from a solitary lodge house, and it is hard to believe that we are still in London. This is territory that long ago would have been familiar to a carter, some of whom would have been retained as stable boys or grooms. How different their lives would have been from mine. Not for them, the freedom of the road, the fleeting meetings, the unknown adventure of each new shift. Instead, the fixed pattern of day, the set timetable in the same block, in the same stable, with the same horses and the same men. Before retiring once again, to the same food, served up on the same plates, on the same table, in the same room, in the same loved and hated tied cottage. How their minds would have quailed at a life like mine. My landmarks, the Tower, London Bridge, the Fish Market, the perilous intersection of traffic at Piccadilly. Their waymarks, a gap in a fence, a muddy corner by a patch of gorse, the old estate yew that no longer buds. How poorly, too, would I have fared in their miniature worlds, and I am consumed by guilt for not having done better in mine. Still, I feel a sort of connection to these distant men, inheriting, as I have, some of their skills, and in a few cases, their things. My whip, for example, though it is seldom employed, is embossed on its base with an illustrious crest. Some of the prized family heirlooms are the personal effects of one A. Carter, a former head coachman of a well-known Dulwich house, and my father, thinking it still of use, taught me to navigate by the constellations, a foresight for which I have much reason to be grateful tonight. The truth is that life is not always fair, and I owe it to my ancestors to see this as my second coming, and with a mare like Belle at my side, as long as she stays well, there really is no limit to the things that I can do, and soon the whole of London will know my name. Mounting the brow of a hill, we come to a sudden opening, affording us with an uninterrupted prospect of the Thames. The trap door quickly flies open, and my fare shouts at me to stop. My breath catches as the lights of all of the buildings and houses clustered along its banks reflect off the water like a vision of ancient temples. The man climbs out of the cab to further drink in the pure wonder of the scene, and for a precious moment the silence is truly golden, and the universe is at one.